Highest Panda Movies here. Today, I'm going to explain the horror movie called The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Warning, there are spoilers ahead. Enjoy the video. Cincinnati cardiothoracic surgeon Stephen Murphy completes an open heart procedure. He meets Martin Lang, a young man, at a diner after that. After that, he goes back to his house to be with his wife Anna and their 2 kids, younger son Robert and daughter Kimberly. Anna poses as being under general anesthesia while having sex with Stephen. Dinner is served at the Murphy home, and Kim is visibly attracted to Martin. Later, Stephen reveals to Anna that Martin's father passed away in a car crash 10 years prior and that he has been interested in Martin to support him through his grief. Martin repays the favor by inviting Stephen to a dinner party at his mother's house. Stephen wants to leave after the lunch, but Martin persuades him to stay and watch a movie with them. Halfway through, Martin leaves, and Stephen's mother compliments his hands and kisses them, making a love move on him. Stephen dismisses her abruptly and leaves for home. Martin makes more and more frantic requests for Stephen's attention over the following few days, but Stephen doesn't comply. When Bob wakes up one morning, he discovers that he has gone paralyzed and cannot feel his legs. He is rushed to the hospital by Stephen and Anna, where an inspection confirms that nothing is physically wrong. Martin contacts Stephen the following morning and tells him the truth. His father actually passed away during the surgery Stephen performed after the accident, not in the collision. Martin explains that Stephen must murder a member of his own family in order to balance the loss of his father. In the event that he does not, Bob, Anna, and Kim will pass away in 3 stages: paralysis, famine, and bleeding from the eyes. Stephen makes an effort to refute these allegations, but discovers that Bob is avoiding eating later. Martin pays Kim a visit while she is at the Murphys' home. She confesses her love to him and begins to undress, but Martin excuses himself, stating that he must return home. Soon later, Kim passes out at school during a choir practice, her legs going numb, and she starts refusing to eat. At the hospital, Martin calls Kim. She regains use of her legs throughout the chat, but when the connection is lost, she regains it again. Anna is persuaded by this to believe that Martin has the capability of making good on his threats. She asks Martin why she and her kids must suffer as a result of Stephen's errors. According to Martin, this is the closest thing to justice that exists. Speaking with Stephen's anesthesiologist, Matthew, Anna expresses her concern that her formerly alcoholic spouse might have been drinking on the day of the procedure. She presses him for Martin's father's medical records and inquires about the procedure during which Martin's father passed away. Matthew will not give her the file, but in exchange for Anna giving him a handjob, he reveals that Stephen made an error and ingested 2 drinks before the surgery. The hospital has run through every test possible, but is still at a loss on what to do. The kids must be brought home, where Anna insists they be tube-fed. Martin is subsequently taken hostage by Stephen, who abuses him severely while imprisoning him in his basement and forces him to change Bob and Kim's condition. Martin tells Stephen that there is not much time left. Bob and Kim quarrel about their father's decision. Stephen is informed by Anna that the best course of action is to kill one of the kids so they can have more. When Stephen meets with the principal of his children's school, he asks which of them is best, but the principal is unable to respond. Kim drags herself to the basement and begs Martin to fix her legs once more so they may run away together. She tries to save herself by crawling through the neighborhood, but fails, and Stephen and Anna eventually find her. Kim tells Stephen how much she loves her parents and brother and offers to die while he cleans up her wounds. Later that evening, Stephen looks intently at his wife as she sleeps. The following day, Anna frees Martin. Bob starts bleeding from his eyes, alarming everyone. Instead of making a decision, Stephen duct tapes Kim, Bob, and Anna, covers their heads, and slips a wool hat over his own face. He spins around while loading a gun and firing carelessly. Bob is killed by the 3rd shot after the first 2 miss. Kim had fully healed by the time the family returned to the cafe where Stephen and Martin first met. Martin walks in and stops to stare at them. He and the family make a quick eye contact. Martin watches the Murphys go away, and Kim turns to look back at him.